good reduction.
Did you say it does or does not look like a good reduction?
Did.
Oh, it
Yes,
does.
yes,
Okay.
yes. But black still need to worry about this group over here.
Yeah, he needs to manage. Right?
Yes.
And if he cuts
Yes.
directly, is it possible that white can keep black from connecting? Is there any way?
So certainly black need one more move. Black cannot go just somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
One way to secure would be this one space jump. It gives a good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Another way would be to connect here.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And at this point, cutting is not as good an option because, excuse me, because white can Atari here. And then when black comes out, although it's not leather, but white can peep here. Oh, actually, maybe white wouldn't exchange this one first.
But just peep
yes,
directly.
Yes, white would peep here. And then if black connects, then it becomes leather.
Right.
Yes.
And if black does not connect,
right,
then white would be happy to isolate these three?
Right, yes. So because of this peeping, instead of cut, it will be better to
clamp.
Yes.
I see.
But actually black cut here. So I expected black not to cut here because of this peep. But the way to respond this peep could be to cut here.
Oh, and to squeeze from that side.
Yes. Oftentimes, though, it will be a little bit concerning that white can cut here. But with some area open here and white can get these 3 stones, maybe it is not a bad trade-off.
Right.
Trade for black.
Because he can reduce the potential that white would be making in the center.
Yes. Right. Another thing is that I get a feeling that black's pushing really hard to get as much
as possible.
Yes, as much territory as possible.
Right. And this is maybe a difference between the human approach and the computer approach, that humans always will be pushing for getting a little bit more.
Yes.
Whereas, particularly in the Master series of games, we saw a number of moves that would be a little slow, or maybe not getting as much as it can because it knows it's already ahead.
Right, yes. So with black's cut here, let's see. White's Atari here doesn't really help white, as we saw before.
Right.
No leather. And then after this, if white tries to cut with the peep, you can see this. Black can connect. And then if white tries to cut here, black will
push through.
Yes. And now white cannot block this one.
Because he'll capture these 2 stones.
Yes, because these 2 stones will be cut off.
Right.
So if white wants to cut here, just peeping is one way. Another way is to just cut directly. That's also possible.
Would black try to net or just ignore it and take the territory in the middle? Oh, sorry, I suppose maybe the squeeze would be.
This is a good way. And net doesn't seem to work. But actually, the best response to this direct cut would be to Atari here. And
do you assume white extends?
Yes. And then Atari here again. Normally, you don't want to drive this leather when you cannot capture by leather, because you're creating many weak points in your shape. But in this case, you can Atari this one.
And white can't answer.
So this stone is Atari, but if white answers here, then it becomes the leather.
It makes the ladder at the last possible moment.
Right, yes.
Too late for white to dodge.
If white plays here, black can take this one.
And that's a much better result
than
the previous squeeze that we saw.
Right, that would be too good for black.
Yeah?
So that means white can either peep here or tenuki. Tenuki is always a good option. White has secured the territory here.
So white doesn't need to answer at all. Could leave that squeeze and everything.
Yes, white could leave this area as it is.
And maybe extend on the top, or?
Actually, white played here.
Oh.
I would have guessed the upper side.
But instead, white's playing on there.
But I saw the white's move.
Okay. Is this surprising then? You would have expected the upper side, but instead we're here. Why?
Yes.
What could AlphaGo be aiming at?
AlphaGo is trying to take an advantage of some sente moves around here. So at the moment, there isn't much white can do over here. But once white has some moves around here, the things can change.
Right.
Another thing is that because white has some forcing moves around here.
Right. The possibility, we saw a couple sequences where these three stones are cut off.
So that means it will be more difficult for black to attack this one stone.
Right. Huh. All right. Well, Koji seems to be deep in thought in how to reply here. Is there any move that immediately jumps to mind?
Yes.
Perhaps
the first idea would be to attach here and then connect underneath. And then this is going to be somewhat complicated fight. White can think about some ways to reduce the corner.
Oh.
Right. And this move can probably connect this black over here, but connecting this area actually doesn't give black that many points, only a few. And then also this area here is open.
I see. I see. So he can connect, but maybe that isn't
right.
a good option for him.
Not very attractive, maybe, at this point.
Can he think of a counterattack on that white stone?
Right. So actually black jumped out here, which is probably like a second most common response to this invasion.
Right.
So either you try to connect or you jump out.
Right. And white now is taking away one of black's options by jumping down.
Yes, because there is that connection later.
Right.
And also this one is almost sente, because if black doesn't answer, white can connect to this area.
And this jump here is connected because of that move on the second line?
Right, yes, because of this shape.
I see.
This jump is also looking at this attach over here.
Scooping out the whole corner.
Yes, right. And because of these two stones, it will be difficult for black to keep this stone separated from these two stones.
I see. So how can he deal with the threats on both sides?
We will have to see.
I guess that is Koji's problem here.
Right, yes. One simple way to deal with them is not to worry about this. And then just come around the center, let white connect to either side.
And then take a big point on the top.
Take the upper side.
Maybe just this one? Or would
this
we want to take something
or like over there.
It would be hard to decide.
Yes, around there.
I see.
Yes, actually, even this one could work too.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because of this area that black can take in center. Yes.
Got it. Huh.
So the intuitive direction would be to come around the center like this.
Because again, this is still the largest undecided area?
Right, yes.
I see.
More aggressive way would be to black could consider following white around here.
And maybe then he will aim at trying to attack this white group?
Yes. But I would imagine playing around here is not as attractive.
So you're expecting sort of a cap there?
Yes, I'm expecting around here.
All right.
Either one space or the knight's move.
Well, you know, I see a couple other people whose opinion we could ask on the situation. Michael and Stephanie, would you like to join us? I think our shift is up. So what do you think? We've seen another hour of play. And
yes, very exciting.
It's getting more complicated.
Oh, yes.
And we've seen Kratze playing for a lot of territory here.
Yes.
And there were some moves that AlphaGo played that we find hard to understand. Like the cut here, which was not even sente.
Yeah.
Very confusing. And you know, at that point we were thinking that KJ maybe had a lead. But I think Stephanie has some information about
from
the review room, the study room.
Not from the study room, but from a Chinese professional's points of view. This game,
see.
yes.
Well, I look forward to hearing the Chinese professionals' points of view.
According to Yu Bing Naidan, we're seeing the first 50 moves, 50 moves. It's kind of equal and even. So he was kind of a little surprised
that it was so well balanced.
That Kaji is doing so well.
Yeah.
All right.
What's gonna?
Well,
let's see what's
maybe
gonna
we'll
happen.
head to the audience and you can tell us more of the more of you being in.
Yes. And it's a difficult fight that's just starting here. And yeah, so it's going to be hard to comment on this one. Yeah. So probably saving you in the nick of time.
All right.
But we're going to be in trouble. Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
We're looking forward to it. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yes. So we'll see you in an hour.
We'll
Yes.
be back in an hour.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
After you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, so Krache has taken territory in every part. This area is going to be black territory, territory here. And of course, started with this. And this area is going to be black's territory too. So black's taking territory all over the place. So just the last two moves. Connecting under here is really a kind of a fishy move. It's a lot of bad aji in the corner. Like if white plays here, then black has to be very careful to be playing on this side. This is one, like if black plays this way, then it's going to be, black is going to be back, just heading into a trap here with very bad shape when white does this kind of thing and this. And we can see that there's a lot of black stones that are in danger here, like this one is in Atari, and white pushes through. This is just going to be a disaster for black. So this is an example of what black doesn't want to do. Of course, when white attaches here, black will want to just play on this side, and this will have white living in the corner and black getting a strong group on the outside. So actually this was an option, but maybe he didn't like the idea of something like this happening, which is another possibility, in which black would probably have to play something like this to make a connection, but not really getting very much territory, and white would still have weak points like this or this to look at.
I see.
And so this was actually a real possibility, but Krache apparently didn't think that this was good enough. So this is a fighting move. And now white prevents black connecting. And this protected the corner. Like as Hajin was pointing out, this is a weak point in the corner here that white can aim at after having a stone here. Like just the combination of this and this, there's a kind of a connection here that white can aim at. So this erases that, because when black does have the